Hey y'all, this is AL Thick Madame and Cinnamon Sugar, and I am happy to report that I just got out of my meeting and I'm getting my occurrences back. So I'm going to be able to actually use them in October. Look, I had 4, now I have 1.5 more to add to that. So, you know, if I need to set it off, even after in October, after I do what I got to do in October, I'll still have a couple of more to burn. Now, if they start getting on my nerves as it gets close to Thanksgiving or something, I'm going to throw 1 or 2 at them because they probably going to try me. There are people who are trash, and despite what they think about themselves, they actually are trash when it comes to working, and they're going to get fired. Listen, look, okay, so because the video was super long yesterday, I told y'all that I scrapped it and that I was going to come back hopefully tomorrow and help y'all out by telling y'all about certain things that happened. Hold on. All right, y'all. Hopefully I'm done with the hiccups. So anyway, I'm leaving work. I'm about to go. I got a few errands I got to run. I got to go and wash my car. And then I have to, let me just slow down because this person trying me. I got to wash my car and I have to go and get my free item. And then I have to go and, you know what? Oh, shoot. Let me do that now. No, yeah, let me do that now, actually. I'm going to go do my mama's errand first because I completely forgot. I'm going to see if I can do it because I done whooped over. When stuff like this come out of nowhere, it throws me off my normal routine. So, oh, Jesus. Ugh. Had to whoop on up in here though, so I can get this out the way, because if I don't do it now, I'm going to forget. So it just is what it is. So can I park right here or no? I'm gonna park right there. That's what I'm finna do. People at work looking at me. I don't care, baby. Y'all can look at me all y'all want. Y'all, I'm sorry, I completely forgot I was on here. But anyway, y'all, I really almost was about to forget. It's like I had an alarm. I had 2 alarms to go off. Wait a minute, I got another alarm actually about to go off because I thought that the meeting would have lasted longer. But she basically was like, we understand things are going on. This is a process or whatever. Thank you. Because y'all tried me. Like, I ain't never clocked in outside of one time when there was a sheet of ice on the street after the time that my shift starts, which would have literally for real made me late. So y'all, anyway, I'm gonna go do this little errand for my mama real quick. Then I'm gonna come back out here and talk to y'all for a few more minutes while I'm on my way to the car wash. All right, y'all. So I just came back from running this errand for my mama. So let me get back situated. Oh Lord. So anyway, y'all, my bad about the radio silence, so to speak, earlier, because that was random. Then tell me why I'm minding my business. I look up, one of the people that I work with is just cheesing away. He's standing outside. We just had an exchange because I was just telling him I got my occurrences, you know what I'm saying, back. And he over here lying to myself. Oh, well, you only can do appeals once a year. Somebody came behind and was like, you a lie. And we all started laughing. But anyway, he be trying me on purpose. So anyway, he over there skinning and grinning. I'm like, I think he was trying to get my attention, but then by the time I realized that he was standing there looking at me and laughing because we just saw each other at work, and now he just saw me where I'm about to leave from now, he looking like, what in the world? So anyway, y'all, let me tell y'all about what's been going on. So yesterday was a long day. Dang it. Everybody want to call me. Hold on, y'all. I'll be back. Okay, y'all. So I know y'all like, girl, the code again. This is what we doing. My bad. So it's warming up, but it was freezing this morning. It's just now warming up. It is warm enough for me to take my coat off now and just leave it in the car until tomorrow morning. But anyway, let me tell y'all what just happened, because the most random thing just happened. I was not expecting that. I don't even know. I don't know how long the video gonna be now, because I done stepped out. I've done so many things. Y'all excuse me for a minute. Oh, Lord. Oh God. So Child, let me get my life together. So anyway, I just linked up with the young dude who got the 2 kids, right? I told him what I was going to do when I got off work. Meaning I was going to get my appeal done. Have that process, you know. Got that. And I done did everything but crank the car up. And I told him that I was going to run an errand for my mama and that I was going to the grocery store. So he had to go to the grocery store too. And I figured that he was going to be going somewhere completely different from where I went. Tell me why he was going to be going exactly where I was going to go. But this is the thing. So we got on the phone. He was like, oh, what you doing? Da-da-da-da-da. And I told him that I just finished doing my stuff for my mama, because that's what he did ask me specifically. He was like, well, did you finish doing that for your mama? I was like, yeah. So then I ended up going to get my free item. I had just gotten my free item, and he was like, well, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to meet up with you because, oh, there go the sweet lady. Hi, how you doing? Good. Have a good day. I'll be in. Bye. So y'all, I just saw this lady who, when I go to the discount store, I see her all the time. She's always super sweet to me. The thing is, she can't really speak. That's why y'all don't hear her really say anything. I don't know if y'all heard her whisper or whatever, but she can't really talk. So she's always sweet to me. Always sweet to me. And I noticed, I was like, that looked like her. I done forgot what her name is, I ain't gonna lie. But just so happened to see her coming out of this store. It was hot, Lord. Wait a minute. I don't want to open the window. Well, I'm gonna crack the window because I don't want to turn the air on. So anyway, that's who I was speaking to. She is so sweet. Y'all don't understand how nice that woman is. Like, she sets it off. Anyway, so back to what I was telling y'all. Okay, I was gonna do like part work drama, part Freaky Friday-esque type of a situation. We're gonna see how it go. I don't know where this video gonna go because so many things have popped off over the last 2 days that I feel like it's gonna be a mashup. So anyway, so like I said, I linked up with the young dude who got the 2 kids right after work, because he asked me, he was like, hey, where you at, whatever. And I told him that I was indeed done doing my errands and stuff that I had to do for my mama, but I was doing back to my normal routine of me going to get my car washed. And a part of my routine now is to go get my free item every day whenever I do think of it. So I had just left from getting my free item and was going to get my car washed. Normally I get my car washed first and then I go get my free item on the way back heading towards home. So because everything happened the way it did this morning, I was like, let me just go get this free item now and, you know, whatever. This is before I knew that he and I were possibly going to link up outside of work. So he was like, oh, well, like I told you, I'm going to get groceries for my family. And I was like, okay, cool. Because he told me, he was like, well, I cooked breakfast yesterday. I'm like, what? When we were at work, he said something about a fried egg. He said ever since his baby mama made him fried eggs before, he has fallen in love with fried eggs. And he thought that scrambled eggs was the only thing that he would like. And I'm like, what is a fried egg? At this point, I feel like I know what it is, but I feel like it's something that I don't care about. And I know y'all probably looking like, girl, you don't know what a fried egg is? It's like, I feel like I do, but I don't know. But he was like, oh, look it up. And I'm like, I will. But anyway, so I was like, well, I'll be there between, like, in 10 minutes. Because of where I was on the highway, I told him I should be there in like 10 minutes. And so he was like, I may be here, I might not be. I was like, well, it don't matter anyway because you ain't gonna be there. So he was like, okay. Like, he don't like to argue, and I'm not trying to argue with him. I'm just playing with him. I'm just being silly. And so, you know, it was a matter of he might actually be there or he might leave. And I'm like, well, I mean, I'm going to grocery shop anyway, so it don't matter. I'm going to get me some more fruit. I'm getting to the fruit in a minute. Okay, y'all. So I end up getting to the place. I was like, well, I don't know where you're going to be at. He was like, you won't miss me. You'll see me. I was like, okay, I don't know. I feel like I'm not going to see you. because by this time he had already checked out and he was loading up the car. And so I'm like, okay. And as soon as I turned in, I saw him. I was like, oh, I do see you. He was like, see, I told you wasn't going to be able to miss me. I was like, all right. So he hung up the phone and he finished putting everything in the car. And then he got in the car because we had talked on the phone and he was like, hey, you want to ride with me to the next store? Because like I said, we both were going to the same store. And I'm like, what store are you going to next? So he said the store that I was going to. And I was like, not you going to the same store I'm already going to. Like, I done passed that exit. I could have just met you over there. So he was like, well, no, you can just ride with me. I already told him that I wanted to take a ride in the car. Well, really, I wanted to drive the car. Because as much as he talked about his car, I wanted to ride it. I wanted to drive it. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to see what it was hitting for. And so, you know, I'm pretty sure he's not going to let me drive it. And I was right. And I mean, I really didn't want to. It's like I did, but I don't. So anyway, so I done got in the car. And I know this ain't going to be, but it's going to be 15 minutes or less that we're going to spend together. So where the store is from the current store that we were at is like 10 minutes tops. So overall, an extra 25, 30 minutes added to his shopping experience, if you will. So the baby mama ended up calling when we were in the store. He had just picked up the last item that he needed because when he was at the other store, they didn't have shredded lettuce, which I've already told him that particular lettuce is terrible for you, but you know, do what you do. I ain't got nothing to do with that. They're going to make tacos and things like that at some point in time this week. So he was like, they had absolutely none at the other store. So I had to go over there to get that and a tomato. So he did pick up those items and it was what it was. So he was like, well, I'm trying to see what kind of fruit you always be getting. And I'm like, well, you're not going to see what I normally get because I'm getting a couple of frozen things today. They don't have any good sales this week. And 99% of the time I go and load up on like good fruit and things when they have great sales. And like I said, they didn't have no good ones. They didn't have a good sale this week. At any store, really, not in my opinion. So I was like, yeah, I'm not doing it. So there were a couple of frozen food items that I was going to get. So the last couple of days I've been getting certain frozen foods that I am going to be using in my sorbets, smoothies, and just eating in general. So like I got cherries yesterday, and I actually like getting fresh cherries, but they had some at a really great price. It was a big bag of them. So I was happy. It was some Dole ones. I want to make sure that I was enunciating and saying it and projecting so that y'all could hear what brand I was saying. Because, I mean, you kind of, well, you actually can fabricate and create fruits and vegetables. But I hope that everything I've been buying has been, you know, real. So anyway, I got cherries yesterday. Cherries and something else yesterday. Peaches, I think. And then today, because I told y'all the peaches have been trash here for the last couple of years. I don't know what that's been about, but they're trash. So, and today I ended up getting dragon fruit, passion fruit, and mango chunks. When I do mangoes, like real live mangoes that I can cut up on the spot, they be good, but it's like they be gone in no time. And so I'm like, dang, I ain't finna do all that. My brother lives for mangoes. So I was like, man, I ain't finna do all that. I'm gonna do what I need to do. So I'm just gonna buy some frozen ones because I love mangoes. I love mangoes. So yeah, so we get to the front, and because I have a 5% off boost that I wanted to use, I had to use it within these next, like now I got maybe 10-15 minutes left. Like if I still want to use it, I could do that now. But so I had the boost, and I told him, he was like, what you got? Why you always got your phone out? You had to make sure that you did this, that, and the other. I was like, sir, I'm doing something. I explained to him what I was doing. Tell me why this boy paid for my fruit. And actually, I wanted to try this Talenti ice cream. And it's like, he goes to that particular store location to get it because that's the only one that his baby mama liked. So he got her that, and he got all of those, crazy ice creams that they had that came out a while ago. The Nutty Buddy, Nutty Bars as they call them, Honey Bun, Cosmic Brownie Bars. He ended up getting like all of those. They had all of them in the store. Because, the craze is over, so now it's stocked up. The oatmeal pie, zebra cake. He ended up getting all of those, right? And so he was like, I don't know why I'm buying all this. Like, he just burning money. And I'm like, child. But anyway, he ended up buying my stuff for me. I was like, yeah, anyway, so what's your Cash App? So I can send you the money back, because it just said it was like $20. And he was like, yeah, I ain't worried about that. And I was like, anyway, what's your Cash App so I can send you the money back? And he was like, I'm not worried about the money. So I don't know what you're talking about. I do this. And I'm just like, okay. So he ended up buying my food for me, child. And I'm like, well, I was expecting to spend $20 to $40 today on fruit. And I didn't see anything that was fresh that I wanted. So I was like, man, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm just going to definitely go get my stuff. But yeah, see, here go the fruit and stuff right here. Oh, here you go. I'm going to show y'all what I got. Child. So as far as the ice cream is concerned, it's this one. I love Talenti ice cream. It is so delicious. I've never had this one before, so I'm gonna see what that be like. And he ended up buying these for me. A bag of mangoes. So, basically, if you know this label, then you know what store I was at. He brought these for me. He bought the dragon fruit. Ever since they started putting these in everybody's store, I've been wanting to get these, because I have been leery about buying fresh dragon fruit and having it shipped to me, because I don't know if it's going to be what it needs to be by the time it makes it to me. And I'm talking about very reputable places. And then the passion fruit. I love passion fruit. I love passion fruit. So those are the things I got today. He bought them for me. It is what it is. He bought that in the ice cream. I didn't ask him to. He just did it. So I'm like, oh, okay. As long as you don't think you get some booty in return. I'm just saying. So anyway, let me see. I'm trying to remember what I wanted to tell y'all yesterday. Yesterday was rough. I ended up getting less than 2 hours of sleep before work. Y'all, I was so tired of my spirit. It didn't even make no sense. It did not make no sense. So when I came into work yesterday, I was exhausted. And going into work, it's dark, and I'm like, Lord, please don't let no deer, bear, nothing jump out, because I'm going to be a goner. Like, at this point, I'm going to be gone. So that ended up being terrible. And so when I got off, I wanted to finish watching The Handmaid's Tale. So I ate something, because my stomach was touching my back. I was so tired. I was so hungry. It didn't make no sense. So got off on time yesterday. Like, I got off on time today, but I had that meeting, but that was just 10-15 minutes. So that wasn't that bad. And ended up looking up, because I did not have to do the most hated task times 2. That's what I would call that. The most hated task is already, I hate it. Even if it's the easiest one to do, which you would only encounter that in my department, which is where I was working yesterday, that's not the one that you would have done yesterday. So the guy who was over there with me, he went up there and he did it. It was him and like 3 or 4 other people who went up there and they did it. Child, the auditors were tired in their spirit. They had to keep coming behind them. And that's why I don't like it. I don't like it. I normally do what I'm supposed to do, but a lot of people don't like, because I'm so thorough. And I'm like, but the fact that I'm thorough helps with not having to go back up there and keep going over stuff over and over and over again. I don't understand. I don't like that. So anyway, we were like almost not operational all day, except for the exception of some very important a very important area in my department. That's the only thing that was operational, so I had to be present for that. I had to keep getting my resources. So fast forward to today. Oh, before I go there, the person that I was working with found out that his mama is somebody who I worked with when I was working at this part-time job in 2019, right? And so I can't believe it. Like, his mama tried to get me a social work job and everything. It was a lot. Like, I was like, oh my gosh. So I had to ask him, I was like, how old are you? He 21. His mama looks great. His mama looks amazing. She looks my age or younger, and she's supposed to be like turning, I think he said 52. She looked good. She looks so good. Oh my gosh. So anyway, we found that out. And so, of course, the side heifer trying to figure out, oh, what they talking about. Like, she looking like, oh. I already was vibing with old boy anyway. Before he came to my shift, he was on second shift. So he ended up coming to my shift. I had no idea. I thought he was just volunteering and staying over or something. But then I started seeing him stay longer. And I'm like, is he working on his days off? Wait a minute. So when the new situation came into play, there was a position open on our shift. And he ended up being able to pick it. And he got what he wanted. He wanted one of the 12-hour shifts. He's been volunteering every day. Y'all, one of the reasons why I did not want to do the 12-hour shift is because I felt like they was going to try me. And they had been trying the people who've been working the 8-hour shift. The 12-hour shifts. The dude who has the young kids, they've been making it mandatory for him to come in. I think his days are Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. He's been having to work almost every single day. Now, the way that my job goes is either you can put in a 60-hour form or you can put in a 7th day off form. I usually opt to just do the 7th day off because I just want my day. I don't care how many hours I've worked. As long as I've worked 6 consecutive days straight, I can request to have my 7th day off. They reserve the right to say, nah, we need you, so you're going to come up in here. But you can still counter that by saying, I'm just going to take an occurrence and I'm going to call out real quick because you done lost your mind. But they usually don't deny me because I am very reliable. I show up to work more than any of these other people around there. I'm just saying, and I stay. Almost everybody else will call out more than me. They leave and don't have a reason to leave, or they'll leave because they don't want to do something, or they get mad at people for no reason. It's just stupid stuff, y'all. So yeah. So it's been crazy. I've been trying to get clarity on what they think they was doing, or what do they think that they're doing, because they're not accomplishing anything in my opinion as far as this is concerned. Child, let me let y'all get into it. The camera be making me look halfway like somebody, child. It just be lying. It's the lies for me. But anyway, so yeah, y'all, so yeah, that situation happened yesterday. And even though the guy has always been really nice to me anyway, the fact that I worked with his mom and I know his mom and all of that, it kind of like kicked it up a notch. So he was like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to tell my mom. Like, we were laughing loud at everything. So, of course, the side heifer over there, Maud, she's Maud. So then fast forward to today, child. So I'm in my department again. Find out that we are going to be using some of the same resources that the side heifer and them use in her department, which I despise. I hate it. But the people came and told us we needed specific ones. That's the only way that I can word it without telling y'all exactly what it is. So, the person who did the order, she said she wanted half of them now and half of them later. So I went and got the first half. And when it was time for the second half to be brought to us, the side heifer saw them and was like, oh, she always do this. Let's just put it like this. What it was is something that when she sees it, she's like a shark in blood infested waters. She's doing the most. She gonna do the absolute most. And so this heifer had the audacity, when she saw me coming to retrieve some of them, she gonna turn around and look in my face and say, these are mine. And I said, okay. Like I said it just like that. I was like, oh, okay. And I continued to look at her because, like, girl, it ain't that deep. And it really ain't yours. And if we're gonna really be real about it, they're really actually not yours. But the reason why she even said something to me, because y'all know she don't speak to me at all. She doesn't acknowledge my existence. All she'll do is look up in my face. So I made a point today that since she always want to look in my mouth and figure out what I'm doing, is instead of me turning away so that nobody can see me, I made sure to bend over while she looking in my face to tie my shoes. Like I always like retie my shoes and tighten my strings and stuff up. So I made a point to do that. And I bent right over. If you want to look at my face, you're going to look at my crack right now. That's what you're going to do since you want to look over here all day. Ain't nothing over here of any concern to you, but you want to look at my face. Girl, bye. So anyway, I did that. So it was just, I was just like, girl, I ended up telling my partner what happened. And she was just like, well, hopefully we won't need, the extra. I'm not going to worry about it because she doesn't want to be confrontational. But she can have her moments where she will set it off. And I'm like, Lord, y'all, I look 500 years old. Jesus. Y'all, I apologize. I am so sorry. So anyway, y'all, she just irks my soul. I hate being in the same room with her. And they already got me down talking about they need me to. Oh, I can't open that message because I'm gonna forget. He just told me not to forget something, to bring something to work for him. I can't look at that message yet. Like for real, open it up. I can preview it like I just did, because I'm gonna forget. Oh my gosh, I gotta remember where they at. But yeah, it's something that he needs, and I have them, and I have an abundance. So I am going to definitely bring him one or two, because he needed, because he be going through. Anyway, y'all, should I bring the Freaky Friday out a little bit? I guess so. Okay, so y'all already know he be rolling up all the time talking about something, when you gonna let me lick you from the rooter to the tutor? And I just be like, boy, if you don't get out my face. So anyway, he's on the same tip today, saying the same things. And I'm like, boy, don't nobody have time. Don't nobody have time, because you're going to lose your mind. And I don't have time for that. I don't have time for you to fall in love. These are things that have happened before. And I'm just like, I'm not trying to brag on me. I'm not trying to brag on Box. I'm not trying to brag on her. I'm not trying to brag on any orifice. I'm not trying to do that. But the people have lost their entire minds when they've had Box and whatnot. For me, I'm just saying. And I'm just talking about on a level where it's like you would think they've never had anything in their lives. And so he tries to tell me, well, they just ain't never had no good stuff before. And I'm like, well, whether that's the case or not, I don't have time for you to act like them. All I gotta say is, one person in particular went into the situation like, when things do happen from time to time, he trying to tell me not to catch feelings, right? Meanwhile, he done caught feelings. He trying to ask me out on dates and everything else. So yeah, I'm just like, it ain't me. And I mean, the things we was doing, it's like, I personally was not falling in love. But what he was bringing to the situation, I ain't never felt that before. I've never experienced that before, is what I guess I meant to say. But yeah, it was... All men need to understand that this is what you need to be bringing. I'm just saying. Because in all honesty, if you look up the statistics, there are too many women who have never had orgasms before. I'm talking about, got whole boyfriends, fiancés, and husbands out here, and they never had real orgasms outside of them doing something to please themselves. We should all of us women should be able to have orgasms, especially if we are into vaginal stimulation in any way. Well, let me put it like this. If you are a woman who likes men and likes to have sex with men, you should experience vaginal pleasure. You should be able to experience sexual satisfaction from his member. Not just from a toy that you are using, or not because of something else that you are using that is of yourself, in order to please yourself. But in all honesty, a lot of women, they using shower heads, they using toys, and they using their fingers, and that's the only way that they are actually getting orgasms. I ain't here for that. I don't feel like you need to be there if for some reason you're not bringing enough to the situation to where you right there. I don't like situations where you a whole man. You're right here in this situation, right? Or you're supposed to be present. You getting yours. Oh, you getting yours. You are getting yours. But in order for me to halfway get mine, I have to insert my own self into the equation. I have to introduce toys into the situation. My thing is, there's nothing wrong with introducing toys into a situation. There's nothing wrong with you introducing a finger or two or whatever into a situation. But if that's what I need in order to get that orgasm, I feel like I don't need you. I ain't got time. It's just too many women out here where they say in order for them to even halfway like what's going on or kind of enjoy what's going on, they have to have somebody doing something to them outside of what their member is doing. I ain't got time for it. That's crazy to me. And the only reason why I'm able to even say that now is because I have experienced A1 sex. That is something I actually thought I never would experience. Now, y'all probably think I'm weird for even saying this because a lot of people just feel like, oh, well, sex is sex. It ain't that deep. No. Coming from somebody who I always felt like I would never experience what this amazing feeling that everybody used to always talk about sex was like. I was just like, I don't understand what y'all are talking about. I'm not understanding what it is that y'all are experiencing because I've had sex before. It's painful. It's uncomfortable. I don't like it. Nothing about it is stimulating me. Nothing about it is making me like, ooh, I want to do that again. It's like, no, at this point, I'm doing it out of obligation to the person that I'm with. I did not understand what the fascination was, but it took me unexpectedly experiencing sex with someone who genuinely was into me, wanted to make sure that I was pleased, and actually, you know what I'm saying, cared that I was going to be pleased. He didn't even want to get his until I got mine. He wanted to make sure I was good first. Like, who? I'm sorry. Like, huh? Like, there are so many people that I have encountered just talking with them, you know what I'm saying, that when they talk about sex, it's simply, I'm trying to get mine, I hope you get yours. Or they talk a good game and they done got theirs and it's like, well, I think I'm gonna go ahead and head out. It's like, what? You didn't even begin to scratch the surface, sir. What is going on here? I can't. Like, a lot of men have done women a disservice, like, for real. We have not gotten ours, and that is not cool. They didn't got theirs. Y'all, one time I was with this dude, this man had gotten 2 good ones up off of me, and then some. Got frustrated because he couldn't even do the one thing that I had eventually began to love, actually, when it's done to me, right? And it was not, it had nothing to do with the member. It had nothing to do with a toy. It had nothing to do with a finger. None of that. So you already know what's left. So anyway, he couldn't do that. So he got frustrated. I mean, and this man was talking a good game. All my exes always calling me, and I tell them no because I don't go backwards. I don't want to do nothing with somebody that I've already been with. My relationship is over with them, so I don't want to give them none of this. Just swore up and down that it was just so amazing. And I'm like, I don't understand what these heifers was experiencing. I don't understand. Help me to understand what amazing experience they got out of dealing with you. Because you got 2 good ones up off of me and gave up on the one thing that I actually wanted out of the situation. Like, at this point, I'm tired. I ain't got time for it. That's why I just feel like I just need to stay celibate for as long as possible. As long as I know I can hold out, I need to just stay celibate because these people just be out to get theirs and that's it. And they be trash. On top of that, they talk a good game. I hate it. I hate when people want to talk a good game and they are trash. I just cannot. That do something to me. It's like you talked all that trash and you ended up being trash. Like, dang it, this boy. Let me let this boy know I'm at the house. Cause I think he's just trying to figure out if I made it home. But he probably about to call. If he call, y'all, that's when I'm gonna end this. But yeah, y'all, I just feel like we have not received our just due. Now I ain't gonna sit up here and act like it's just all men. A lot of women be out here just laying there and thinking that their job is just to lay there and be pretty. Now, if that is what the man signed up for, cool, do what you do. But I ain't, as fat as I am, you would be surprised. My ex would be surprised and be like, that's somebody who really would be surprised. If he could be a fly on the wall, he'd be like, wait a minute, why she wasn't doing all this with me? Because you didn't show the interest that you needed to show. Now, I ain't gonna never try to sit up here and act like I was just everything and then some when I was with my ex. I tried my best to go above and beyond. Even when I wasn't in the mood, I would get in the mood for him because I felt like I love this person. I want to be the best that he's ever experienced. And as far as the last time that he tried to reach out to me, he said that I was the best. And he done did all this cheating and all them people was trash in comparison to me. You done did all this only to think you finna have some sort of a friends with benefits entanglement situation with me. No, we ain't together no more. So ain't nothing else to go on around here. I'm sorry. I don't feel like I would ever be one of them people that'll sit up there and just want to keep double dipping back into a situation with my ex. I don't care how good the sex is. If you have ruined a situation for me where I was emotionally attached to you, I can't do it no more. I cannot go back there to that place. I feel like that is just, I cannot do it. That's just not for me. If you do that, that's up to you. I don't think that's something I could do. I don't care how good the sex is. So yeah, y'all, I just got to a point where I'm like, child, y'all don't understand. I'm just trying to tell y'all don't understand. I don't be trying to set it off. I've been told that I be setting it off. And I'm like, apparently I lose myself a little bit in the situation. I really get into it, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So I just try to enjoy myself. When I was out there, let me put it like that. I went for the streets, but I just want, like, I'm weird, y'all. I'll be like, yeah, I'm going to get my whole bag together. Yeah, like, I am crazy. Y'all don't understand. I don't know what is wrong with me. I'll be saying the most random stuff that don't have no sense. I am not that. But it's funny to me. So I say something like, yeah, I got my whole bag. Well, that's what I used to say. I used to say I'm getting my whole bag when I was, I had some appointments with that person that was, he was doing exactly what he needed to do and then some. It's like, this is what everybody should have been doing in all of their lives. This is what everybody's supposed to do. This is the standard. And this man really would go above and beyond. Like, that was the first time I ever experienced that, where a man really sat there and he was like, okay. And keep in mind, I never told him what I liked, nothing. And so he figured my body out. He figured out what I liked. He did exactly what I wanted. And added some things in there that I never actually thought that I would be into. Oh, y'all. Okay, so anyway, y'all gotta forgive me. I've been celibate for a little while, so the memories. But yeah, y'all, that was just a little smidgen. Let me go somewhere and sit down, child. I'm gonna go find me something to do. I got me a little bit of sleep yesterday. Definitely more than an hour and a half that I think I got the day before. So I was all right at work today. Y'all, I'm gonna come back tomorrow and tell y'all a little bit more, but in the meantime, in between time, I hope that y'all are having a wonderful day. I think today is Friday. Is today Friday? I think today Friday, y'all. I was in there doing my meeting. I was at my meeting and I had to tell the woman, I forgot what day it is. She kept trying to tell me the next day she was going to be at work. And she was like, oh, but I'm not going to be here tomorrow. I'm looking at her like, what? Well, wait a minute. What is today? I promise y'all, since this new schedule started, I don't even know what the day of the week is most of the time. Shoot, it's been rough. I don't know how long it's going to take me to adjust, but I really don't even be knowing what day of the week it is. Like, if I actually would have been getting my days off, I would be working tomorrow and that's it. And I ain't got to come back no more to Tuesday. But I'm going to have to come in for like 4 hours on Sunday. So far, somebody took that. And I want to work. I ran into the side heifer's partner. And she was like, well, I'm going to take your spot. This person already took the last 4 hours of the day. I was like, no. I want to work it because I don't want to come in Monday. So she was like, okay, well, I won't sign the book. So I don't mess you up with that. I don't want to come in Monday because if I come in Monday, I'm going to have to work with the side heifer back in the new department. And then it's going to throw off when I can do my 7th day. No, because the way it's going to go, I'm getting close to the top of the rotation list. And every time I'm off, my off day is going to change. It's going to keep changing. It's not going to be what it need to be. I want my off day to be at least Monday. I want it to at least be Monday so that I can start my day when it's supposed to start. Because I hate when I have to have my off day on another random day. And then I'm in there with people I don't want to work with. It's a lot. But anyway, y'all. Again, I'm sorry for rambling on. Y'all have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful start to your weekend. Whatever you got planned, be safe. And have fun for me too. I ain't gonna have no fun until October get here when I go to the music festival. So y'all pray that I'll be around for that because they taking me through right now. I'm gonna have to take off. I already know. I already asked them what I need to do. I'm gonna have to put in to take off and not get paid for it for my actual days that I'm gonna be off, because I'm gonna go to the top of the rotation list on the day after the festival, and then I know they're gonna try me. I know they're gonna try me that Sunday and that Monday, so I'm gonna have to put in so I don't get hit, and I'm gonna put it in advance. I don't care. I already see the handwriting on the wall. They already doing the most now. They've been assigning me for the last 2 weeks since this stuff has popped off for every single day. You're not finna get me. But anyway, y'all, I'm gone. Y'all have a good day. Bye.